in light of today's events, we thought it would be a good idea to talk to NBC's chief medical correspondent. Please welcome Dr. Bob Arnot. So thank you for being here. I know they're grabbing you left and right to talk to you, have you go out on the air and explain what's going on here on NBC News. We should explain a few things. Our studio is on the 6th floor. This incident that happened was on the 3rd floor. Is that right?
That's correct. This is on the 3rd floor, and it's important to say that this is one envelope. There's exposure to one person, and with this skin version, after about 12 days, it's unlikely anyone else is going to be infected. So we feel pretty good.
And this happened a while ago that she got this person got the envelope. Is that right?
Well, we've just learned minutes ago from the mayor's news conference that these 2 letters were mailed to the New York Times and NBC News from St. Petersburg, Florida, at the end of September, beginning of October. So it's believed that the timeline right now is such that it's likely we're past that 12-day period. I would expect really that we're not going to find other infections. Plus, you know, this is something you can't get. I can't give it to you. You can't give it to me. These spores are not infectious. I can't go here and touch this and expect to get infected.
You get a lot of other things from this surface.
That's true.
You don't want to know. But you work on the 3rd floor, do you not?
That's correct.
Are you going to get tested? Have you been tested?
After this broadcast, I'm going to go down and have what's called a nasal swab. And what they'll do is they take a swab from the inside of your nose here to see whether there are any spores. And the way that anthrax is spread is through spores. It's an inactive form. It can actually stay in the soil for many, many years. But you can't get it from 5 to 10. You have to have, say, 10,000, 40,000, 50,000 spores, a lot of it. And it's important to say that this is a pinprick. That is, the idea was that anthrax would be used as a bioweapon, and that means hundreds of pounds of it spread by an airplane or a bomb or something. We don't have anything like this. This is some very, very small pinprick attempt really to try and terrorize America, and we just can't let them do it to us. You just got to go on living your life and not let it really play on you.
Well, that's, I mean, what, well, that's why we're here, everyone's just doing their thing. It's not, I mean, that's one of the things is that people don't, you know, talk that much about these days, but it should get out there that these weapons, they're not these biological weapons. They're hard to use. It's kind of not the best weapon in the world, is it?
It's a very inefficient weapon. Now, you know, the first time they said they used this was during the French and Indian War when the British used blankets that had smallpox on it to infect the Indians. As the law went, it did infect them very effectively. But with anthrax, there's been a big effort to make this into a bioweapon, and no one's really succeeded in terms of making this a weapon of mass destruction. So it's important to be aware.
Your watch is going off right now.
We just learned minutes ago.
That just freaked me out. Alert, alert, alert. It's my biohazard watch. You can get them, then Swatch makes them.
The public health department has told us that in New York City there are people in the emergency departments. They're looking for new infections. Does someone have a chest infection? Do they have the skin infection? But there is a lot of panic.